Germany's war machine rolled on wheels and tracks across Europe, Africa, and the Eastern Front, sustained by thousands of trucks, half-tracks, and specialized carriers that moved armies, supplies, and equipment across continents. Transport vehicles became the circulatory system of the Wehrmacht, feeding Blitzkrieg offensives and desperate retreats alike. This is the complete catalog of transport vehicles that carried the German military through World War II. Every truck, tractor, and carrier deployed by the Wehrmacht, SS, and Luftwaffe from 1939 to 1945. Early war light vehicles. The Volkswagen Kübelwagen Type 82, the iconic German equivalent of the American Jeep, over 50,000 produced for reconnaissance and liaison duties. The Volkswagen Schwimmwagen Type 166, amphibious four-wheel drive variant of the Kübelwagen, crossed rivers and operated in flooded terrain. The BMW R75 motorcycle, heavy motorcycle with sidecar and driven sidecar wheel. All-terrain capability rivaled light vehicles. The Zundap KS750 motorcycle, competing sidecar motorcycle with exceptional off-road performance, reconnaissance and dispatch duties throughout war. The NSU Kettenkrad HK101, half-track motorcycle for extreme terrain, towed light artillery and supplies in mud and snow. Standardized truck program, light class. The Opel Blitz 3.6-36S, the most produced German truck of the war, over 100,000 built in multiple variants. The Ford G917-T, German Ford production before American involvement, 3-ton cargo capacity. The Mercedes-Benz L3000, reliable light truck for general cargo, diesel engine variant available. The Borgward B3000, 3-ton truck from Bremen manufacturer, widespread military service. The Phenomen Granit 25H, air-cooled four-wheel drive truck, operated in extreme temperatures. Standardized truck program, medium class. The Mercedes-Benz L4500, heavy-duty cargo truck with 4-ton capacity, robust construction for harsh conditions. The Bussing NAG 4500A, 4.5-ton military truck, multiple body configurations available. The Magirus M206, 4-ton all-wheel drive truck, rugged design for frontline service. The MAN ML 4500, heavy cargo truck from Nuremberg manufacturer, competed in standardization program. Heavy trucks and prime movers. The Fawn L900D567, heavy 6-ton cargo and artillery tractor, massive payload capacity. The Krupp L3H163, heavy all-wheel drive cargo truck, 6-ton load rating. The Kelbel Z6R3A, heavy tractor for semi-trailers and artillery, specialized heavy hauling duties. The Wehrmacht 3LR443, heavy truck for artillery and cargo transport, 6-wheel configuration. The Henschel 33, series of heavy trucks in multiple configurations, artillery tractors and cargo haulers. Half-track personnel carriers. The SDKFZ251 Hanomag, the iconic German armored personnel carrier, over 15,000 produced in numerous variants. The SDKFZ250, light armored half-track for reconnaissance and command, scaled-down version of SDKFZ251. The SDKFZ11, 3-ton half-track prime mover, towed light and medium artillery pieces. The SDKFZ7, 8-ton half-track artillery tractor, towed 88mm flat guns and medium artillery. The SDKFZ6, 5-ton half-track pioneer and cargo carrier, engineer equipment transport. The SDKFZ10, 1-ton light half-track for light guns, towed anti-tank weapons and mortars. The SDKFZ-9, 18-ton heavy half-track recovery vehicle, retrieved stuck tanks and heavy equipment. The SDKFZ-8, 12-ton half-track for heavy artillery, towed 150 and 210 mm guns. Captured and requisitioned vehicles. The Gaz-AA Soviet truck, thousands captured on Eastern Front, pressed into German service immediately. The Zis-5 Soviet cargo truck, 3-ton capacity in German hands, repainted with German markings. The Studebaker US-6 American Lend-Lease trucks captured from the Soviets, superior to many German designs. The Renault AHN French truck, requisitioned after French defeat, continued service under occupation. The Citroën Type 23 French truck, civilian trucks militarized after conquest, rear echelon duties. The Fiat 626 Italian truck, Allied Italian vehicles in German service, North Africa and Mediterranean theaters. The Bedford QL British truck, captured in France and North Africa, used until parts exhausted. The Praga RV Czech truck, Czechoslovakian production under German control, reliable transport vehicles. Specialized artillery tractors. The Raupenschlepper RSO, tracked tractor designed for Eastern Front mud, simple construction for mass production. The SDKFZ-2 Kettenkrad, small tracked tractor for cable laying, also towed light loads. The Steyr 640, medium truck used as artillery tractor, Austrian production for Wehrmacht. The Lanz Bulldog, agricultural tractor militarized for logistics, towed supplies and light guns. Fuel and supply tankers. The Opel Blitz tanker variant, standard fuel transport configuration, supplied mechanized divisions. The Mercedes-Benz L3000 tanker, diesel and gasoline transport truck, mobile fuel dumps. The Bussing-Nag tanker, large capacity petroleum hauler, strategic fuel distribution. Ambulance and medical vehicles. The Opel Blitz ambulance, standardized medical evacuation vehicle, frontline casualty transport. The Mercedes-Benz L1500A ambulance, light ambulance for forward areas, quick casualty retrieval. The Steyr 1500A Sanitats Kraftwagen, all-wheel drive medical vehicle, operated in difficult terrain. The Tempo G1200, light three-wheeled ambulance, urban and rear area medical service. Workshop and maintenance vehicles. The Bussing-Nag workshop truck, mobile repair facility on truck chassis, battlefield maintenance capability. The Krupp workshop vehicle, traveling machine shop for equipment repair, supported armored divisions. The KFZ 305 maintenance truck, standardized repair vehicle designation, multiple manufacturer variants. Command and communications vehicles. The Mercedes-Benz G5 command car, heavy personnel carrier for headquarters, armored variant available. The Horch 901 Type 40, four-wheel drive command and reconnaissance vehicle, elegant design for senior officers. The Stower R200 Spezial, light command car with all-wheel drive, competed with Stower design. The Wanderer W11, four-wheel drive staff car and command vehicle, later production standardized with Stower. The KFZ-15 Horch, standardized medium command car, housed radio equipment and commanders. The KFZ-17 signals truck, dedicated radio and communications vehicle, mobile command posts. Recovery and wrecker vehicles. The SDKFZ-9 FAMO, the ultimate German recovery half-track, 18 tons could retrieve Tigers. The Bussing-Nag BN9 Wrecker, heavy recovery truck for disabled vehicles, towing and lifting equipment. The Krupp L2H143 Recovery, medium wrecker for battlefield salvage, retrieved trucks and light armor. Amphibious vehicles. The Volkswagen Schwimmwagen, most produced amphibious car of the war, river crossing capability for reconnaissance. The LWS Amphibious Tractor, tracked amphibious cargo carrier, developed for Operation Sea Lion. The Borgward B4, remotely controlled demolition vehicle, amphibious variant existed. Cargo and general-purpose trucks. The Opel Olympia truck, light cargo vehicle from car platform, rear echelon logistics. The DKW F8 transport, light van and small truck, Luftwaffe ground service use. The Tempo 1200, three-wheeled light cargo truck, simple economical transport. The Goliath tracked mine, remote-controlled explosive carrier, disposable assault vehicle. Artillery prime movers wheeled. The Mercedes-Benz L4500A artillery tractor, 4-ton tractor for medium guns, tove 105mm and 150mm artillery. The Krupp Protz L2H143, 6-wheel light artillery tractor, iconic angular German design. The Einheits Diesel I, standardized diesel truck program vehicle, fuel economy emphasized. The Magaris Deutz Jupiter, air-cooled diesel truck and tractor, extreme climate operations. Railway transport vehicles. The Reichsbahn military trucks, coordinated rail and road transport, strategic movement support. The Coles crane carrier, railway yard cargo handling vehicle, loaded equipment onto trains. Airfield service vehicles. The Opel Blitz fire truck, Luftwaffe crash and rescue vehicle, airfield emergency response. The Mercedes-Benz Refueler, aviation fuel transport for airfields, aircraft servicing operations. The Horch Fuelbowser, mobile refueling station for aircraft, flightline operations. Specialized cargo carriers. The Maultier half-track truck, Opel Blitz chassis with track system, Eastern Front mobility solution. The Borgward B2000 Maultier, half-track conversion of standard truck, improved winter performance. The Busing NAG 4500S Maultier, heavy truck with track conversion, sustained supply in deep mud. Engineer and Pioneer vehicles. The Borgward B2000 Pioneer truck, engineer equipment carrier, construction material transport. The Mercedes-Benz L4500 engineer variant, carried bridging and fortification materials, combat engineer support. The Magiris Pioneer truck, specialized construction equipment hauler, airfield and road building. Munitions and ammunition carriers. The Opel Blitz ammunition truck, protected ordnance transport configuration, artillery resupply missions. The SDKFZ-252 armored ammunition carrier, half-track munitions vehicle for assault guns, protected forward resupply. The SDKFZ-254 ammunition tracker, obsolete scout car converted to ammo hauler, limited production. Tank transporters. The SDKFZ-9 with trailer, 18-ton half-track towing 60-ton trailers, retrieved damaged panzers. The FAUN L900 with Kuhlemeyer trailer, heavy wheeled transporter for tanks, strategic movement of armor. The SDAHN 116 tank trailer, heavy-duty trailer for tank transport, required powerful prime movers. Tropical and desert variants. The Opel Blitz Africa Corps variant, modified cooling and air filtration, North African campaign. The Volkswagen Kübelwagen desert configuration, sand tires and extra radiator capacity, Sahara operations. The SDKFZ-250 Tropical, half-track with desert modifications, operated in extreme heat. Winter and Arctic vehicles. The Raupenschlepper Ost, purpose-built for Russian mud and snow. Wide tracks prevented sinking. The RSO/01, armored variant of RSO tractor, protected crews in combat zones. The SDKFZ-10 winterized, half-track with cold weather equipment, Arctic front operations. SS and police vehicles. The Steyr 1500A SS variant, Waffen-SS standardized transport truck, all-wheel drive configuration. The Mercedes-Benz G4, six-wheeled staff car for highest leadership, imposing ceremonial vehicle. The Opel Blitz SS configuration, standard trucks in SS divisions, marked with SS insignia. Luftwaffe ground support. The Opel Blitz Luftwaffe Blue, Air Force cargo and service trucks, airfield logistics operations. The Bussing NAG Luftwaffe tanker, aviation fuel transport for air bases, maintained operational tempo. The Zündap KS-750 Luftwaffe, motorcycles for airfield security and dispatch, communications network. Captured Soviet vehicles in German service. The Gaz-67 Soviet Jeep, light utility vehicle repainted with crosses, immediate frontline use. The ZIS 6x6 Soviet heavy truck, heavy cargo hauler in German hands, superior winter performance. The SDZ-5 Soviet tractor, agricultural tractors militarized, towed supplies and guns. Civilian trucks pressed into service. The MAN F8 civilian truck, commercial vehicles requisitioned, supplemented military production. The Hanomag civilian models, factory trucks militarized, rear area transport duties. The Daimler-Benz commercial chassis, converted for military logistics, emergency wartime measure. Prototype and experimental vehicles. The Porsche Type 245, experimental heavy all-terrain vehicle, never reached production. The Tatra 111 heavy truck, Czech design evaluated by Wehrmacht, limited German service. The Steyr 2000A heavy truck, advanced Austrian design, production priorities prevented adoption. Late war ersatz vehicles. The Opel Blitz simplified model, wooden cab and minimal components, desperation production measures. The Maultier emergency variants, anything with tracks to move supplies, final Eastern Front winters. The Volkswagen ersatz Kübelwagen, steel replaced aluminum to save materials, quality declined drastically. Horse-drawn transport supplement. Wehrmacht relied heavily on horses throughout war. Mechanization never achieved for entire army. Over 2 million horses served German military, outnumbered motor vehicles significantly. Horse-drawn wagons carried majority of supplies, trucks reserved for mechanized spearheads. Allied equipment in German service post-1944. The GMC CCKW captured vehicles, American trucks superior to German equivalents, operated until fuel exhausted. The Dodge WC series captured, 3/4-ton trucks in German markings, short service before parts unavailable. The Studebaker US-6 captured, Lend-Lease vehicles from Soviet defeats, highly prized acquisitions. Production challenges and standardization failures. Germany produced vehicles from dozens of manufacturers. Standardization programs largely failed. Parts interchangeability remained a nightmare throughout war. Logistics complexity crippled maintenance. Over 2,000 different vehicle types in service. Impossible supply situation. Strategic impact of transport shortages. Blitzkrieg succeeded partly through captured enemy supplies. German logistics inadequate for extended campaigns. Eastern Front distances overwhelmed transport capacity. Frontline units starved for fuel and ammunition. Allied bombing destroyed truck production facilities. Replacement vehicles never met losses. Rail dependence increased as trucks disappeared. Partisan attacks severed supply lines. Final collapse. By 1945, German transport system completely broken. Armies immobilized by fuel and vehicle shortages. Retreat abandoned thousands of vehicles without fuel. Final offensives impossible without transport capacity. Allied material superiority proved decisive advantage. Germany never matched production volumes. These transport vehicles sustained German armies across 3 continents. Logistics determined operational success more than tactical brilliance. Insufficient numbers and standardization failures crippled Wehrmacht effectiveness. Captured vehicles temporarily supplemented inadequate production. Germany's industrial capacity never matched strategic ambitions. Transport shortages doomed offensives and prevented successful defense.